Hey, welcome back. So we're burning the midnight oil a little bit here. So I probably can't. I don't know if I can make this another big video, but I really enjoy this game, and so there are moments when I do get like bored with the constant battles. They do throw a lot of battles at you, but it is fun. These There's a lot of depth to it.
Make the spoils that
And
much
speaking
sweeter.
of battles, here we are.
Make a suitable sacrifice.
So we're in like the trophy room here, and we got another battle. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I know they show them on the left here, and if you like click on them, it takes you to them. I just sort of, well, actually, right there it says there's 7 of them. I never even noticed that. See, I'm learning things. Okay, so we're starting with me here. Where do I want to stand? I'm going to stand here. I want her near me because I have that ability where I need people near me because I have the hive thing going on. And then let's have... Now, ideally, I want her within 3 spaces of me. 1, 2... She's not going to be 3 spaces. Now, what I could do is I can put myself out here in the open, or I'm just going to put Abelard near me. Put him there, so I at least have 2 people next to me. So I get my hive bonus.
Chaos guides me.
So there you go. Abelard's pairing like he always does.
Weak.
He's really powerful that way. As you level him up, he gets even better. Okay, so she's ending up first. So there was a couple of things I wanted to... This here is the Veiled Degradation. When they reach deeper into the warp to power their abilities, there's always a chance of the Imperium bleeding into our reality. At the beginning of a combat, it starts at 0. It increases by 1 for each use of minor psychic power and 3 for major, and it decreases by 1 each round. So when she uses her psychic powers, this is going to go up and down. And then this over here is the willpower, or momentum. And so it allows them, they call it a heroic act. So when this thing fills up all the way to here, they can do their heroic act. They're going to be used once per round for the entire party, and once per battle for each character. So, this is a shared pool, by the way. So all the characters are contributing to it, but then once one character uses it, it goes back down, and then they all contribute back again, etc., etc. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... She's done her Analyze Enemies, so you can see all the blue on everybody. We're going to go ahead and Analyze Enemies again. We'll do that guy. And then let's do some murder, death, killing.
But of course. Be gone.
Then you can see that filled up the Veiled Degradation. So I just right-clicked on it so you can see some more details here. While it's 14 or less, minor powers have a 5 psi rating to trigger a psychic phenomenon. Major powers have 20 plus 4 times psi. Sanctioned psychers using minor powers have a 5 psi rating divided by 2% chance. And sanctioned psychers using major have a 10 plus 2 instead of a 20 plus 4. Then if it's 15 or higher, things change because it's degraded. And so there you have it. It's currently at 3 because of what she just did. Then we're going to go ahead and do forewarning on him. See, that actually made it go up again. Now it's 4. So you got to be careful as this goes up, and I think this little symbol means that you're getting to a point where bad things can start happening. But yeah, that's the basic gist. She is a sanctioned psyker, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And then we're gonna go ahead and end her turn.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Didn't flinch.
Here's the types of cover.
Who, if not
I'm gonna
me?
go ahead and help Abelard.
I'll see to it personally. Never stood a chance.
And then you can see I hit Abelard. So I did not do a good job. They just explained to me what her abilities were. So we're gonna go ahead and do a similar thing.
Doubt is for the weak.
I find it hard to believe in second
Escape the
chances.
And she ended up shooting me. We killed a couple of them, and now there's more joining the party. Alright, so then we got
As the
run and
Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to here, because I'm shooting my own people. I can't do that. So we're gonna go there with the run and gun.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Faith
We'll
without
do our
deeds
Furious
is
Recital.
worthless.
And that just made this move up.
Chaos guides me. Out of my way.
Alright, so
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Death to non-believers.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
okay, so they weren't in her line of sight, so they didn't get her at the start of the round ability. So we can add them though.
Was it you? Or
Let's do another lightning bolt.
on it? What
So you can see I hit Adelard as well. We're gonna have give him the ability. Now every time I do stuff, you can see the bar is just moving up, up, and up. If I go behind him, I run the risk of shooting him. We'll do a single
Taking
shot.
calculated risk is
If you do
my
a single shot,
second
it's a little
nature.
more aimed. I don't know what just happened, but it looks like I missed. And let's give her abilities.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
As the Emperor can eradicate it.
Alright. That was good.
At your beck and close to you a target.
Now, I can't quite get there, but you can still go as
Victory is
close as you can. Usually what that just means is he's now in the way of all your bullets, but that's alright.
Cover me.
So I move her forward. He's at 4, so she was able to add one more. We can now turn it into
Anything
7.
else? Ah!
Or 6. Then we'll do this ability.
Will do. Be gone.
And that should end the battle. And it does. Alright. I think things are going to happen.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright. Use your tab key. There is for example, goods here, and they were purple. So that means that her awareness spotted them. So I know it's just sitting right there on the table, but without her picking it up with her awareness, we would have never have seen these. So there's holy gifts, which by the way are very valuable. Mechanic is that's also valuable. Provisions is pretty normal. The heretical stuff is very valuable too. Alright, so before we manipulate any objects, here you can see there's a whole bunch of swords and scrappy autoguns. So this has 10% of ranged, and these are 5% of melee. We're going to add them all. And here you go. So that 105% just simply means we have one cargo and 5% towards another. So, very, very good. It's starting to fill out very nicely, and if we scroll this down, yeah, there's 6 and 2. There's our 105%. It's actually the provision stuff that we're full up on. We're still only at 55% for the melee. Alright, and then of course that's just a picture of the ship. We have this we can do. I just want to loot everything first. Provisions, jewelry, Xeno artifacts. Let's go ahead and do this. So this is an option. We can use the machine right set, which it's almost like a lockpick if you think of it, but we're just going to use Jeff's logic skill. So we're going to succeed.
Just as I planned.
So you can see we roll a 100-sided die. So if you're attempting a test with a difficulty of -10 and your score is 40, then you have a 30 overall. To succeed, we must roll a 30 or less. And this, I believe, is a loot room. Yes. So here we got Xeno artifacts again, holy gifts. Now this is melt-a-charge. Think of these as like C4 planted, like if we need to blow a hole in something. So we definitely need these. And then we got a bonus to tech use gloves. And right now our tech use is 40, 30, 30, and 30. So right now I'll wear them. So now you can see we're at 43. Okay, so we walk around. Let's just see if there's anything else to loot, or if there's some more goods back here. Provisions, holy gifts. I don't know, so is that 25 times 2%? We'll check. That 3 times 10%, so that's actually 30%. I can't tell sometimes. Yeah, the holy gifts is 101%. 17 times 2, 7, and then 4 times 15. Yeah. I was understanding it correctly. Alright. Yeah, so you can see how it's filling up nicely. The more the better.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, let's keep going. So now they want to use that melt-a-charge we just got.
Never doubt me.
Oh, and then we leveled up. Okay, so this is an easy level up. We're just getting another improvement. We don't get any choices here. So what I can do now is I can grant any ally within my voice range 2 action points, but no movement points. And if they're under effective voice of command and kill an enemy before the end of the turn, we get +8 momentum. Voice of command is this thing. So there's some synergy between these two. So if I put this on somebody, and then at the same turn I give them the 2 extra action points, and they're able to use it to kill somebody, we gain momentum, which helps us to use our ultimate ability. So it all blends together. So that was a very quick level up, not many choices necessary. Then for him, he gets Endure, which is a really nice one. Until the end of the next turn, or until the start of the next turn, they gain 2 deflection, which, as you can see, it's the amount of damage deducted whenever they get hit. And 10 temporary wounds, which just means they heal 10 health. So, really nice way to keep him from dying. She's getting exposed weakness, and I struggle with this one so much. It's supposed to have synergy with this, and it does. There's just so many other ways that these get used up that I never end up doing this. But basically, you remove all exploits, and what happens is the target loses dodge. It's a debuff on the target. So rather than hitting them, which these do extra damage to the target, this one debuffs the target. The only good news is it debuffs them for anybody, so it allows your other party members to hit them with the debuffs. And I think this is really good against bosses, because if you have a boss that has high armor and everybody's trying to whack at him, you can put these on the boss and then do this to debuff the boss, so that not only you but everybody else, because it says until the start of the next turn, they're debuffed. So for that one turn only, everybody gets a chance to whack at the guy. So it's not horrible. It's just I don't always use it. And then Revel in the Slaughter. So when you use this, you become winded. While winded, the soldier suffers a -10 penalty to ballistic and can't use a run and gun again. But with this, you give yourself +10 to your ballistic, 15% critical and damage, and 5% critical to hit. And it becomes available after you kill 3 people. And then the kill counter is not reset between rounds, so it's just, cumulative. So it's a nice way to remove the winded so you can do run and gun again. And it gives you the +10, so if you do the run and gun again, you get the winded state a second time, but it basically cancels out winded. So it allows you to be a lot more efficient at sniping. So there you have it. We leveled up. Those were all easy level ups. I promise you there's more complicated ones coming. Let me figure out what we're doing here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, that's right. There is a... Where did I go to see that? There's a way you can change your formation. This. So we're doing this kind of formation. We can do something that's more like this, and you can decide who's up front. So like Abelard should be up front, right? And then we're all like this. So we got some more holy gifts. So this one, we can use the Melt a Charge, which should be the last resort, by the way. Don't use these if you have other options. Let's try to use our tech skill first.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
It was 98%, so we had a good shot. This one grants 5% armor. I'm going to go ahead and take that. And we're going to give it to Adelard, since he's our guy up front. And he has our heaviest armor. He's wearing heavy armor, so we give him an extra 5%. That'll be really good for him. Right, we can't get through this, but there are some goods on the other side. So we're gonna have to walk
I
around.
always have a backup plan.
We should deal with this.
So, did you see the purple and hear the click click and him saying we could deal with this? So we got another multi-key. That was an awareness thing. So this is, when I was doing this the first time, this was really bizarre to me.
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
So you can see, like, the entity that's in me wants me to accept this.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who cap.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way of...
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
So they're forcing us to choose where do we want to get our points. So we can walk through the fire to get dogmatic points, accept the offer for help to get the heretical points, but I'm gonna go iconoclast here. We're gonna let the people, we're gonna save them.
Where did she eat? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
That's how it's done.
Alright, so we made it to the other side.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Okay, so we're gonna go check out her private quarters. To see what happened to if Lady Theodora is in her quarters and if she needs our help. I believe that's going to be through this door. I mean, the map doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. There's stuff down there as well. Actually, maybe this door is just...
Is there money to be made?
Sometimes I don't know.
See? Right there.
It's loot. Alright, there's the Lord Captain's quarters. Let's get some loot items first.
This is intriguing.
And see, you're hearing the little clicky sound. We're discovering all kinds of stuff here. Getting lots of cargo. Never too much. And by the way, we need mountains of cargo to make a difference. So we got a logic goggles, some more machine rights. For now, we just put everything on ourselves. I don't think there's anything else to be had in here. I remember being really confused by this. And this is, of course, the way we need to go.
Keep your wits about you.
But there was another path up here. We can go down these stairs. Oh, nope, we can't. Alright, that settles it. Let's go to the captain's quarters. Okay, it's not looking good for the home team here. So this requires a dogmatic follower. And of course, we do have one. It is her. So we'll give it to her.
Let us not dawdle.
Let's ignore the dead bodies and go grab loot. Right, this is a really important item for us. We're going to get plus 10 to our commerce, which is huge, and to our lore. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes when you double click on it, it just doesn't respond the way you want it to. Plus 5 fellowship for each enemy. So this is one of those ones where you have to have enemies near you for it to work. It's a crappy one, but it's better than nothing for now. And here we go.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Submerged in Promethium.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark. Enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft. It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
So there's a handwritten letter with a seal. The initials XC. Alright, so I took that. So she had the look of shock on her face. And in her visions, she saw that Conrad was there, but so was something else.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if...
Idira, you can't bring her back.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murder.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
So yeah, there you have it. Just like that, she's dead. And Conrad was there.
The whispers are getting louder.
Come to chaos!
Okay, this is one of the more challenging battles. Although there's an even more challenging one coming. So how do I want to do this? Let's have Abelard stand there. Let's put her there. And me here. So this is just trying to explain to you that armor protects you, and it has like different elements. So this is 30% armor, but the dodge penalty is 0.75. So it explains it here. What percentage of incoming damage it'll absorb. It also influences the chance that you'll pass a dodge check. If you pass a dodge check, you take 0 damage, because you completely dodged it. So light armor attacks, light armor dodges more capable of let me rephrase that. It says they dodge attacks more often, meaning that you have a better chance of dodge succeeding if you're wearing light armor. But if you're wearing the heavy armor, it's just going to flat out absorb the extra damage better. It's telling me I've attained heavy armor, which I haven't. I have the same heavy armor I had since the start of the game, so I don't know where that's coming from. Right, and it looks like Abelard is actually first, which is interesting. This guy is really high armor. I don't know if there's a way to see his armor. Looks like it's 70. I can see that there. So what I'm trying to say is it's really hard for his sword to hurt him. But it's not hard for him to hurt these two. So we're going to go ahead and go here.
My place is at the fore. I will do. My duty took care of this one.
And we're going to go ahead and just charge.
At your beck and call. Reduce to dust.
Like that. And since he's up here next to everybody, I'm going to use his Navy ability right now. Alright, then I'm first. So I'm going to go ahead and give my ability to Argenta. And because of that synergy, if Argenta kills somebody when I give her this ability, we're going to get some nice momentum. So I'm going to give her this. She's going to get 2 action points. And we're going to use it to shoot.
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
We did kill one person, so this should have gone up. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't go up until...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Right, it's gone up because of this. Then maybe when I hit end turn here, it'll go up some more. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. This says that we get 8 momentum. Maybe it's at the end of my turn. So I do have 1 action point left, so I can still shoot. And I will go ahead and
I'll make it
shoot him. A whole 3 damage. Right, now it's her turn. So we're going to have her attack again. Then we're going to have her run again.
Deeds is worthless.
And attack again. And then end her turn. We're going to put the analyze on him.
Was that you? Or...
And let's do this.
On it. Farewell.
Not quite as nice as I was hoping, but... Now, because I hit him with the lightning, this doesn't work anymore. Because I used up all the analyze points.
Cross this off.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Oh, they hit their own guy.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Who, if not me?
That's a big miss. Oh, looks like I can influence her again. I didn't realize that.
I'll do it.
That was a waste of a mid-kit.
Hits me. Yeah, that's right, it was. Alright, we gotta do a reload.
For the weak.
He only has 1 bullet. We're gonna go ahead and hit this guy.
Strike is a prayer.
Just because he's too far away. And this time we're going to analyze.
That is not my destiny.
See, he's not in her line of sight. So we're going to go here.
There
Analyze.
is movement in the Empyrean.
This time we're going to give him
What,
the debuff.
of course.
So that should have reduced his armor. I don't know where it would say that. That's it right there.
Anything else?
So we did a whopping 8 damage. So that's what I mean. We only do 4 damage there. And this isn't going to work. Because you have to be able to charge. So no actual damage can be done. And he has no other skills to use. He could try to heal me, but he can't move anymore. So now it's back to me.
I'll see to it personally.
Like, we did more with our shot.
I'll make it happen.
Here it is. That should have done the deal. I mean, it was a little precarious, but, I mean, when it was my first time playing, this was a tough battle. Because I'm still figuring things out, of course. Ooh, I don't know if that helps us or not. We'll go ahead and take it, though. These 3 things, though, are junk. So the one I have in mind is him. What's his intelligence? 30. Yeah, that works. He gets +5 intelligence. Yeah. That works perfect for him. Or +5 toughness, I mean. I do love that it loots everybody within range, so I don't have to go click on everything. So, the creature comforts in this game are so nice. Alright, we do level up, so let's go through. So now we finally get our biggest choices. Well, this one's not a choice. We're getting improvements, our finest hour. So, this is the momentum thing. Remember that momentum bar? It filled up all the way in that last battle, but we didn't get anything because this is how you unlock it. So his you know, improvement here, they call it the heroic act or desperate measure. First use costs 75 momentum. Each subsequent use increases the cost by 25. And then a desperate measure is something you can do if you're lower than 50% on your health. But then your resolve is reduced to 0 until the end of combat, which means you're not gaining momentum anymore. Interesting. So anyways, the improvement here is the finest hour. So I can grant an extra turn with full AP and action points and mobility points. And there's no attack limit on that turn. And then here we're getting a talent. And this is everything is selected. I just want you to see. That's the list you have to go through. So like, which one of these do you choose? And they give you recommendations with the thumbs up, but that doesn't mean that those are the best ones. So it's this is a brutal part of the thing. And yes, you could do things like this to, okay, I only want to see what's recommended, or I only want to see my origin stuff. Because like this is one I told you I really want to get, because it makes my fellowship used for all the resistance tests instead of willpower. You know, do I want to get that one first? I don't know. But that's one I for sure know I want to get. And then some of these Arbitus, the reason why I chose to be an arbitrator is there's some really cool ones. And you can see there's Shotgun Mastery, for example. Let's see, what other ones would I want? It's maddening how long you could spend studying these. And so let's go through what they recommend first. And then I can tell you why I don't like them. But, Blood of the Martyrs. When an ally uses a heroic act, that ally gains temporary hit points equal to 10% of their maximum wounds plus 5. So why don't I like this? We just read that this can only be done once per combat per person. So yeah, they get to heal some health points, but it just doesn't seem that great to me. This one increases your range of your officer abilities to 6. That's really good. That one is good. I recommend that. Next one. When you use an ability on an ally, that ally gets a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. And they stack. So I could use it on Argenta so she could shoot her rifle for us, right? And I give her a ballistic skill bonus of 4, which makes her better at shooting her rifle. So it's not horrible. If I target an ally with an ability for the first time, they gain 2 health points. That's nice when you have low health points, I guess. I don't know. When you have over 100 health points, what's 2? It's 2%. I get it. I get it. Their resolve is increased by 1, which means they get more momentum until the end of the officer's next turn. So it's just a +1 increase for 1 turn. I'm not a big fan of that. 1 turn you get 1 extra momentum or resolve. This one, the officer's resolve is just increased by 3. So you're just getting 3 more momentum every turn. And that's like a passive bonus for every combat. That's really good, that one. So there's a lot of really cool ones. And then if you keep going, as you can see, there's more things to choose from. So this is... it's okay. This one gives a bonus to weapon skill, so it helps melee people. My commands are 1 action point less to do. That could be good, because that allows me to do things like shoot my shotgun. Because if I'm spending all my action points giving commands to people, I actually really like that one, especially for now. Again, there's a lot of stuff based on heroic acts. Not a big fan of something that only happens once per combat. Oh, excuse me. I yawned. So you can see here, there's a lot of like stacking things going on. There was another one that allies that are infected by you get a bonus to their ballistic by 4. This one says allies affected by you get a bonus to their resistance of 4. Both of them could be true at the same time. So when you do your officer commands, you're boosting them by all these different things. So there's, as you can see, there's many ways to play your character, and they're all probably equally viable. Half the bonus remains until end of combat. Remember, I'm giving right now I'm giving a +14 to all their stats. So now it's, instead of just for 1 round, they'll have it for the rest, they'll have +7 until the end of combat. It will not stack with itself, meaning I can't cast it a second. I can cast it a second time, but it's not going to change the bonus. Okay, and then it's just making sure I know that it's just a bonus to their characteristics. it's not... So those are the things that get the bonus. It's not a bonus to... because it also extends my voice. That doesn't do that. So... That one's not a horrible one. Lasting impression. So what I can do is I can star these. The ones that I like. What was the other one I really liked? This one. I'm going to star that one. I like that one. So what you do is you star them, and then you can flip over to here, and everything you starred is in this list. So that way you don't have to go through this like multiple times. But when it's your first time playing, sometimes you don't know if they're good or not. Let's get back. So this improves your own stats. If they start a turn next to an officer, they get 2 extra movement points. Officer and allies with the voice of command deal an additional 14% to enemies that have not acted this turn. That's too specific. Now these ones are locked, and I'll tell you, you have to have break their ranks as a prerequisite, and then this is an upgrade to break their ranks. So I don't know, did we have break their ranks and I just missed it? Like, where's break their ranks? I wish I could click on this. So you could see, it's an upgrade to the break their ranks skill. Where the heck is break their ranks? Sorry, I'm trying to go through real quick. I'm speed reading here. Things are alphabetical order, but they're in different sections. Yeah, I don't see break their ranks anywhere. So, a little confused on that one. But here's another example. Steady. So you need take aim. And then this is basically an upgrade to take aim. So again, similar principle. Do we have take aim anywhere? No, we don't. So very interesting. And maybe that would have been a different origin. Like, these are things that I don't know. Which group is this part of? So it's just part of offense. Is it part of universal? Yeah, this one is. Prepare for an assault. That's part of the universal skills. So break their ranks. Must be some kind of military thing, like maybe if you were Navy you would have it. That's the part I don't know or understand. I don't have it all figured out. Inspiring speech here, you need air of authority, for example. So that air of authority is also missing. Anyways, let's keep going. We have Undaunted. So if I'm less than 50% health, I get bonuses. Now get back in the fight. I can tell you I'm eventually going to get that. I don't know when I get that, but I will. And this is actually a really good one. I'm going to star it, even though I can't grab it yet. This one for sure I want. Eh. I'll star that. I don't have shield. So if I do hit somebody, their armor goes down. I don't know. I sort of like it, but I don't. I'll star it anyways. So as long as we're near full health, we're immune to all those things. That could be really helpful. Maybe. That's okay. I don't know why I picked Arbitrator. I'm not liking any of these. That was definitely one of them. Oh, I didn't mean to take it. And then here you got like a plethora. These are all just the basic skills. And then this is just a proficiency with certain types of weapons. And here you can see I need to be level 22 to even take that. So for example, I could say, hey, I want a bonus to my commerce. Persuasion, maybe, who knows. Or if I want to, like, you know, get a proficiency with certain types of weapons. So bolter weapon proficiency allows me to use bolt weapons, and then I can get bolt weapon expert, which would give me a 10% armor penetration with it. So we're going to do shotgun, so I'm not too worried about that part. Then here, you know, boosting our fellowship. It's only a 5, but it's still helpful. Maybe ballistic skill, right? I'm just clicking stars on anything that would be helpful to me. This one is really good if you're a melee person. This one lets you dual wield and do stuff with your dual wield. That one's really good for melee. If we're throwing grenades. So this one, you just straight up get extra health points equal to half of your level. Rounded up. Get bonuses to things like dodge, power weapons. Like, this could be overwhelming. It really can. Okay, we got enough star stuff, so we gotta pick one of them. I think currently I have it. It has me. Maybe it doesn't have me selecting any of them yet. But it has me selecting Fellowship, which. Yeah, it's that one. I don't think I want these things at the bottom first. So which one do I want first? I really like that one. But I actually think that's not a bad one. We're going to do this one first. That's an action point economy one. So we'll take that one first. And I'm sorry it took so long, folks. But that's the nature of the beast here. And guess what? We got multiple classes that are going to go through the same thing. So now this guy gets Daring Breach. He, remember, this is when the momentum's full. He gets full action points and movement points. and then plus 3 more movement points. And they don't lose their movement points after they attack. So he could just run around and become a killing machine. So now we gotta do the same thing, but now it's a melee character. We're gonna go through his stuff. So yes, it's quite involved. So if somebody attacks you, and then you attack them back on your turn, you get 5 extra damage. I just find that to be really weak. So you do 3 extra damage, but as long as they're not next to any more, so if they're alone. Again, it feels weak. Increases critical damage. So this helps them to heal. It's okay. That's like forever. So that's a really good one. Helps them to defend. So, if the enemy goes first, right, and they're pounding on your warrior, they have 20% extra armor until it's their turn. It's okay. Maybe I'll tag it. This one he already has. Good. Oh, that's a good one. Some of these are too iffy. Like, they're very conditional. I don't like conditional. Mostly because I don't have a good enough memory to remember, okay, I need to have people next to me for this, and if they're not next to me, I get that. This one's a really good one, because his charge attack is how he moves around the map and does damage, and adding +3 to his distance is really good. I know this one's going to be good, just we can't do it yet. Charge and slash do not end a warrior's movement. It looks like something that costs action points though to do. I'll tag it, I don't know if I want it. Alright, so this is his origin stuff. That's a good one. It's interesting because, like, what was his humanity's finest? I don't think we can look at that here. But anyways, did I screw up? I did. We were here. This is all the Navy stuff. I'm not really a fan of any of that. Then let's get into here. His Carouse, it's a maybe. I'm just flagging it just in case. Athletics. His ability to use the med kits. Now this is where I struggle. Currently he has a chain sword. So here's chain weapon expert. He would get +4 maximum damage. So we'll at least put that on there. And here you can see we definitely want weapon skill for him. And strength. And toughness. Combat Master. Dueling Mastery. It will not die. It's like even this one. Axe and hammers. But see, that's mutually exclusive with chain weapons, right? So you don't want both of them. So you have to sort of like commit which one are we doing. But I'm going to go ahead and at least tag it. And bonus to dodge when you're wearing heavy armor. No bueno. Don't do that. Even power weapon. Like, it's like a power hammer. It's really hard to know which ones. Now, this one is very useful for him since he's melee and he's running around the map. So, we'll at least tag it. So I just tagged a lot of stuff. And I only get to pick one. So, which one do I want first? This one's just a really nice defensive one. This one here, enemies do not gain superiority bonuses against him. That just keeps him alive when he's up against, you know, tough enemies. It's really good. Some of these are, you know, defensive, keep them alive type upgrades. Getting bonus to parry, also really good. Getting just straight up bonus to your hit points, also really good. Like, there's a lot of really good ones here. Which one do we do first? I'm going to do thick skin. I think upgrading his ramming speed and things like that are also great. Impetus. The damage is +9 if it's 5 or longer. There's a lot of great ones, but we're going to do thick skin for him. And we only got 2 more guys to go, where it's just as bad. Okay, her heroic act is dismantling attack. It's really hard to use, but basically, because it has to be a melee attack. So, until the end of combat, the target suffers -30% to their armor, dodge, and parry, which is really good, because this is until end of combat, not just for 1 round. Alright, same thing now. Now we're going through her. Yeah. Maybe? That's a decent one. That's also a decent one. So these are all talents that are related to the operative. So this one, on the first turn in combat, he's dishing out exploits to all enemies. Then on every subsequent turn, half as many exploits. Yeah, that seems decent. That could be really good, because the line of sight thing is problematic. So this is basically saying they can give exploits even if they're blocked by line of sight. So at the beginning of every combat, you get a plus 15% critical hit, but it goes away once you do critically hit, but it stays there for every round until it happens. That's pretty decent. This one I would say is good, except she's not buffing people, she's mostly attacking people. Yeah, not interested in that one. So, like, why do I care if they get a suffer -5 to their intelligence and perception? Like, some of these, they seem very situational. So if I kill an enemy with a psychic power, dealing more damage, the excess damage is moved to the next target. That could be good. Very situational. But see, these are all psychic talents. This is her origin, so we have the stronger together. And then we're getting into, I think, generic stuff. See, and these require so each level of Psi rating provides the Psyker access to new psychic powers. So I think some of these are going to unlock as she goes up in level. So we might as well star them because I don't want to lose them. That increases her range of her attacks. Oh, this reduces veil degradation. That could be good. Can use psychic powers even in melee with somebody without provoking opportunity. Every perils of the warp. Oh. That could actually be interesting. Alright, getting into all this stuff. What does she need? She needs... Well, she's our awareness person. And we probably want her to be one of our lore people. We don't need her to train any weapons here. We do need her to have willpower. Yeah, so most of the stuff at the bottom, the "It will not die" is just good for everybody. It puts lotion on it. That's what I always think of when I see that one. I think most of this other stuff is meh. Alright, but we have plenty to choose from. Which one do I want first? The primary mechanism that she does most of her damage is through this, and then just straight up damaging them. These things I think can trigger and be decent for her. Also, having extra range is never hurtful. I don't think I need any of those first, though. That one can be good. Giving everybody just 15% critical seems pretty nice. Ah, this one. So that way line of sight no longer matters. Okay, so this one, she gets a rate of fire. Extra attacks equal to her rate of fire. Minimum of 2. Using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. So her burst attack won't be used, for example. Until the end of the soldier's turn, the first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical. And she immediately reloads her weapon, which could be handy. And the same thing. Camaraderie. Don't care. Maybe. Like, I'm going to start it, but it's not top of my list. So when she deals damage, she keeps getting... Critical damage is increased by 1%. I don't want critical damage to go up. I want critical chance to go up. So, not a big fan. So you deal damage to 3 enemies, then you get 18% more damage for just 1 attack. I don't like that at all. The first reloaded combat is free. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And reload costs 2 AP less. Like this one, you get 8% critical hit chance. That's much better. So is that like an action point? I think that's just straight up you get that. I'm going to go ahead and choose that one. She does have field medic or basic field medic. I'll tag it. It's not a high priority. That could... It's not high on my list, but it could be. It's okay. The trick to this one is staying at full health. Just the slightest damage takes that away from you. That might actually be okay. See, it's area attacks. I mean, you could argue that it is an area attack whenever I'm doing those bursts. Oh, that could be good. Oh, that could be good. Oh, that could be good. A little situational. These are repeats. This is her devotional stuff, like her background. I mean, 3% chance is not that good. I'm not a fan of any of those. Alright, then we're down into this stuff. So, she would need... maybe that. Maybe that, because she is Imperium. It's like bolt weapon. Maybe? Like, she already has proficiency? So as you can see, she already has this. So we'll try that. Ballistic for sure. It will not die. Now, I gave this to her last time because she was using a laser rifle, and it was basically like a sniper rifle. It was really cool. I mean, it wasn't like... See, that's another type of ranged weapon, the solid projectile. Again, and you can always pay to have them re-spec. It does cost you a profit point. I think we got enough to get started here. Let's oh man. Yeah, let's take this. We'll just get 8% critical hit chance boost. Okay, that was... I mean, for me, that was fun. For you, that might have been painful. Because you're waiting. Just pick something already. But I really enjoy that aspect of this game, but it is very intense. And when you have 6 people in your party, it gets even worse. Alright, we are on the bridge. Get some more cargo.
Just as I planned.
So warp energies are permeating the bridge. This is not good. Not good, people. You got people kneeling down.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Then we have no right to bow our heads. We are out of time. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the Void Ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
So it's got like an eldritch horror.
Our Emperor imbue us.
Alright, this guy is extremely tough. And what he does is he kills all the guys around him to heal himself. So if I target him first, he'll just start killing everybody else to heal back to full health. But with that said, it's hard to target these guys because they're down the stairs and all this other things. So let's put him up there. Or no, that's me. That's me. No, no. Let's put me back here. This is going to be challenging. I just did a quick save. So what they're asking me to do is right click on him because he's got this natural armor thing. Depends on the number of wounds it has. So it's 55% armor when he's at full health like this. And he's got all kinds of things that he does. Alright, so we want to... Oh... Let's boost him first.
Good as done.
Yeah, let's give
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
her the first shot. So we can start shooting him, like I said, but we really want to... I don't want to hit my own guy.
None can escape the Emperor's
So there, we just took out one of his healing things.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
So now I have run and gun triggered, so I could get out of the safety of being behind here and... But I'm just gonna stay right where I am. it's letting me shoot that guy down the hill, so I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
That's awesome. She did a fantastic job. Now remember, her ballistic skill is plus 10 because she's at full health. So we're taking advantage of that new skill we gave her.
As the Emperor commands.
We'll give ourselves some momentum. But here you can see we're full up, so she could use her. She could use her firearm mastery right now. Keep shooting. Yeah, let's do it.
Resides in the will of the righteous.
Oh man, no. Can I move? I guess, see, because of where she's at and because of this thing, she has no visibility to shoot any of these guys. Oh, this was a horrible thing. Horrible. There's nothing to do. That was horrible.
That is not the Emperor's will.
I completely wasted her skill.
Who, if not another enemy?
Oh, we ended up hitting Abelard too. But we're killing some of his minions, which is good.
Follow my lead.
Moving out.
Alright, so now it is her turn. And I'm realizing I gotta get out of here, because... Now, it does, like, if I click here, it shows that I can shoot. I'm gonna do that.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without deed, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Then we're gonna Rebel in the Slaughter, which removes our Winded. And now I can do Run and Gun again. Which is interesting. I can't run very far. I'll go here, and now you can see she can shoot any of these guys. This runs a chance of hitting my own people. Or I can do this.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, we got all but one of the minions down. Well, they shoot the Chaos Spawn. Alright, so we got, as you can see, our Analyze is on these. The exploits, I mean. Swift Justice, even. Ooh. Always analyze the big guy. And this is where this comes in handy. Remember we were talking about this? So this lowers his armor.
Was that you? Or
Dodge and parry. Everything got lowered. So now we can go ahead and attack this thing, but we want to just do this shout against him.
mocking.
I only did 8 damage, but it's... I mean, look at how many points of Veil Degradation she already has. Oh, she has an injury? Oh, it might be because this... Or maybe he has some ability that reflected it? Wow, that's pretty wild. I never saw something backfire on her like that before.
Onward.
There we go. They did our job for us. Alright, this guy's got one job and one job only.
Victory is imminent. Indeed.
So, do Resolve, that gives us some health points.
At your beck
We're
and
gonna do our Navy thing. I think he was trying to kill one of his minions. See, this is always a problem because I'm going to hit my own guy. I need Adelard to walk around to the other side. We're going to go ahead and just do that.
On it.
Oh, what a horrible waste.
I'll make it happen.
I'll do it. I'm not injured. I'm enraged. Emperor!
Why did I not foresee this? Anything else? But of course. Anything else?
Alright, that time it worked. No backfiring.
Weather the storm!
Let's do our part
Tried and
to get
tested
around the
tactics
side.
are the best ones. I will do my duty.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that.
At your beck and call.
That's all I can do with that dude. So did some kind of weird acid thing. Now I'm free
It's as
to...
good as I refuse.
Too far away.
Who if not me?
I will endure. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Ah, I missed a lot.
I must not falter. I've never felt pain like this.
I may need to heal
On
her.
it. Was that you? Or... But of course. Follow my lead.
Indeed. At your beck and call.
I've faced worse than this.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
On it.
Rookies!
Jeez Louise.
I'll make it happen.
I gave her 2 action points.
I refuse.
It cost 3 to reload. She had no... So I can give finest hour to somebody. I really should give it to him.
Here's my perfect moment.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
So reload. not letting me heal.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh man, this is horrible. I just wasted 2 heroic acts.
Faith shields me. Let me tend to your wounds.
I owe you one.
There we go. Now I feel a little better. And there it is. I just got an achievement. What the heck? Yeah, I didn't let him consume any cultists. Yep, that is true. Alright, so we get to grab some goodies. Some weird blade shard. Mantle of Heroism. Increases dodge by 20% until end of combat every time a heroic act is used. But it requires Iconoclast. Those gloves are always something I don't care for. So basically you have to go unconscious or take an injury in order for them to have effect. I'm going to just move those to the cargo. I'm going to move that to cargo as well. This thing is a weird one. It's a demonic. So if you interact with it, you gain heresy. I think there's going to be like an event that's going to come up that uses that shard. I could be wrong, but Right, we killed this thing. We leveled up again. So remember the thing we just went through? We got to go through it again. But hopefully it won't be as painful this time. So this time we're... I'm either picking willpower or fellowship. It's for sure going to be fellowship. And then we get to grab another one. But remember, I took the time to star everything. So it won't be as painful. I still have to pick which one I want. I think I am going to take this one, though. Well, that's not a bad one, either. I'm going to do Camaraderie. Then we got this dude. And this star thing is dangerous. Because I know for a fact that there's officer skills that I want that are not available to me yet. I think I have to level up more before they become available. So we got this guy. That's a really good one. +4 max damage. Doesn't impress me very much. Let's do... Man, there's a lot of good ones. That's a super good one, too. Actually, I want more things to do on his turn. That's the problem. Like, he only had like 2 things going on, but yeah, I do need to take that one. And for him, we're going to do weapon skill. And for her, perception, because that helps with the analyze thing. Ballistic skill for sure. That rapidly reload is looking very good to me. Yeah, we're gonna do rapid reload. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We're not done. Just making sure we looted what we can. I think we come back to the bridge officer here.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Braver here, that's who
A
he is.
noble deed.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry.
Jeez Louise.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle. Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, Will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
So that's the prologue.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
So these demons or archenemy or whatever that were taking forms of people that we know and talking to us on the throne there, everything that's happening is, it's not over, is all I was trying to say. And that's the cool thing about this story, is it looked like there was this mutiny and we survived it, but did we? Technically, yes, we did, but the source of the mutiny and the things that are happening are still going on. Right, here they're finally explaining what cargo management means, right? So we're this many hours into the game and they finally tell you. So we still have this warp entity in our mind. So if you'll notice, he's not talking anymore. Prologue's over, voice acting's over. So, important thing to understand, this is a woman, even though it doesn't look like it. Comes in later. Okay, so fires are out. So we lost 2,000 people, so we need to replace people. That's our first mission. So we need a new Engineer, which is a tech priest whose specialization is the maintenance and repair of sacred machines. It's the weird lore thing. So we need an engineer, and a navigator. Okay, so there's even more. Xavier Calcazar. So Argenta wants to speak with us. So then she's asking me to find her on the bridge as well. Alright, so I think we finally can begin Act 1. Alright, there's a lot to do. There's some walking around talking to all these people is one of the first things we're going to have to do. There's going to our captain's quarters, and then there's also checking out other compartments of the ship. And there's going to be puzzles and, you know, things related to repairing the damage. There's a lot going on. It'll easily be another hour of play. And then at some point, we're going to use this thing to start moving our ship. And I think I got to solve these other puzzles to get the ship ready to move again. And once we do that, then we can start moving throughout the galaxy. And I know I sped through it, and unless you were pausing your video to read all the responses, we need an engineer, or engineer, and we need a navigator. And there's 2 different planets that those people were suggested to be at. So obviously every planet we go to is going to have its own set of missions and things going on. And exploring all these planets and resolving the missions on each one is the it's basically Act 1. So this system, star system that we're in, when we clear this star system and resolve everything we need to resolve, that's when Act 1 is going to finish, and then we'll move to Act 2. If we get to Act 2, we're basically at the limit of how far I've gone in this game. I've played a little bit into Act 2. Not very far. There's a lot to be done, and it's definitely not going to be done tonight, so I'm going to have to end the video here, and let me make sure I save this proper. So get that saved, and thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.